Alright, so I'm back again. I refreshed the engine bay a little bit, cleaned it up. Obviously you can see the tape stuff in there. I've got to clean all that out. I taped it to where I was going to be working on the inside, and I never did get a chance to, but I refreshed it a little bit. I added these in. This one's bent. I don't have a bumper to go by. It did kind of kick the paint off the metal or whatever, but we'll deal with that later. Got the hinges on. I'm waiting on still the stuff to pull this motor up. I'm still waiting on the stuff for that. I had a guy that was buying the IS300. So I took Sunday off, as busy as I've been, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take all day off. I didn't do nothing. I was laying in the bed, being lazy and fat and eating junk food, whatever. I wasn't doing nothing. I'm old. And I've been working every day for nearly 2 months for the most part. So I get a message on Marketplace there, and dude talking about, hey, I got cash money in my pocket. I'm in Nashville, which is 2 hours away. This was like 3 o'clock my time, so that would, or 4 o'clock my time, that would be 3 o'clock his time. And he said, I tell you what, I'll be there at 6 o'clock, which is his time, mine would be 7, and I'll be there and I'll pick that car up. All right, so I get up, get a shower, come over to the shop. This car is dirty as crap, and I start thinking, well, I can't sell this car to him and it looking this dirty. I want to clean it up a little bit. So I got the pressure washer out, started trying to clean the bulk of the stuff off. It ran out of gas. Then I started hand washing the thing. Didn't have a bucket, so I had a 5-gallon bucket that had wash soap in it, but it was like an entire 5-gallon. So I just started pouring water and started washing it out of that bucket. I gotta get this car going. It's easier to sell it than it is to try to store it and haul it and all that. So I washed the car, which it don't need to be hauled. I can drive it, but dealing with it, I'd rather have the cash. So I wash it up, clean it up, sit around for half hour. 7 o'clock rolls around. I messaged this guy. I'm like, hey man, was y'all coming to get this car? Then this guy starts talking about, well, I'm hunting a ride right now. I'm supposed to got a ride and this and this and this. They're 2 hours away. It's 7 o'clock in the evening on a Sunday, and he don't even know if he's coming. Got me up, showered up, cleaned up, come over here, washed on this car for however long, and they talking about he ain't got a ride to come get the car. Wouldn't you think you'd worked that stuff out before? So yeah, I got catfished, I guess you'd call it. I don't know. But, you know, yeah, it's my fault, you know. But at the same time, I wanted to get here. I wanted to make sure I had the title, preparations, you know. And the car's not where I live, so I had to come over here to deal with it. So I come over and, you know, washed it while I was here. I didn't have to, but, you know, trying to make it look, you know, respectable, where the guy's gonna be like, oh, it doesn't look too bad, I'll take it, you know, drive it and he's happy with it, I'll take it. So ultimately it boils down to my fault for putting my trust in somebody that's 2 hours away and saying, hey, I'll buy your car at 7 o'clock today. I don't know what I should have done. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Marketplace at the moment. I don't know. I've sold a few things off of there and it's worked okay. I've had a whole lot of people wanting to trade bicycles and dirt bikes and, you know, video games and that kind of thing for cars and trucks and wheels and, you know, things, yeah, just whatever, random stuff. But I feel like if I've got a car, I'm probably sure you should know that I'm not going to trade for a PlayStation. Maybe, I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm sitting here selling a Lexus IS300, you know, automatic. It's lowered, it needs a few things, it's not perfect, but I've been offered dirt bikes and Maybe a pit bike for drifting, but I don't know. I've been offered all kinds of stuff, different random things. People like put stuff in a pile and be like, I'll trade you this pile of stuff for that car. And what is in the pile? You know, there's a you know, a antique tea kettle and a pocket knife I got when I was 6, you know, and all this crazy stuff. You're like, what? You know, what? I don't need all that stuff. It's strange how this works, you know. Hey, you know, you still got this car? Absolutely, man. You interested in it? I don't know. And then you never hear nothing else from them. Why'd you even message me? Or you make a post and you're like, hey, I'm selling this car. Well, that piece of crap, it ain't worth but $500. Any running, driving car that's got heat and windshield and goes up and down the road is worth more than $500, you know. I give you $500. I had a guy put my 240 on there when it's stock KA. Dude's like $500. It's not worth any more than that. Stock S14, the black one, if you've seen it in the videos, but it was running, driving, manual car. It looks rough from the primer job, but the car is straight as an arrow except for one dent on the roof. There's not another dent in that car. Stock bumper, it has rear control arms in the back, full suspension. I looked the suspension up, it's old brand, and I meant to find out the brand, but it's like $1,400 new. And this dude offers me $500. It's got brand new clutch and flywheel in it, aluminum radiator, worth, I forget, it's like $300 radiator, and this dude said $500. Why even get on somebody's post and do that? Maybe I'm old school, man, but that's just dumb as. That's stupid, is what that is. Why? You think I'm gonna take $500? You think I'm gonna trade, you know, however much a 240 S14, I don't know, $3,500, $4,000, something like that. I don't know. You think I'm gonna take $500, first of all? Do you think I'm gonna trade for a PlayStation? Kind of perturbed by the whole incident yesterday, man. That dude knew he didn't have no right. Probably ain't had no money. Just, you know, don't get me wrong. When I was young, I would be, you know, might even ask about a car, and that may be some of the, you know, kids just messaging about cars, just curious, or yeah, you know, whatever. Ain't even mad at that part. It's just you know, I give $500 for it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's the going rate of that car. I don't think so. Not for S14. Factory KA, we drifted the car. I mean, it's got full suspension and adjustable control arms all in the back, and, you know, all kinds of different random things in this car. Running, driving car. $500. And a brand new clutch and flywheel. I paid $500 for the clutch and flywheel in that thing. I don't know, maybe I'm just, I don't know. And no, it's not my first time on the internet. You know, I get it. People are gonna be that way, but you know, you just wonder why, you know, just why. You got nothing better to do? Or just a jerk? You know, if you're at home and nothing better to do, or you sick, or you know, whatever, you know, you just maybe wanna mess around with people, or just, you know, get a kick. Or maybe it's like back in the day when they used to do, you know, prank phone calls or something. Maybe that's their kick. Hey, we'll prank buy a car. You know, hey, yeah, we'll be there at 7 and not show up. Is that the deal? Is it a prank car buy? It's just, I'm just gonna stop trying to sell them on Marketplace and put them out on the side of the highway here, old school, and write a price in the window, buy it or don't, you know. Hell, I'm old school, you know. Some of this stuff is just, my brain can't comprehend some of this stuff. If you tell a man you on the way with the money in your pocket, I mean, I bought a few cars this way, and I'll be like, hey man, we're loading up right now. If anything changes other than what I just told that guy, yeah, hey man, I had a flat, we're hung up right here, you know, we're definitely coming, just let me get this worked out. Or hey, like we was going drifting, the rollback tore up. I couldn't have foreseen that. Hey man, my rollback tore up, I can't get there. Something like that, maybe. But when you tell a man you're loading up and you got your money in your pocket and you coming to buy a car, I mean, I get you get there, you might haggle over the price, trying to get a better deal, but wouldn't you still go? I don't know. It's a different world, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. Yeah. So I spent half my evening over here dealing with a car and had a no-show on somebody picking it up. I mean, wouldn't you be mad if you told the guy you was coming to get a car and then you had to wait on him? The car was just nasty as hell, and you had to hunt the title and wasn't sure you even had a key. Wouldn't you want to roll up and the guy just washed the car and he knows where the key's at? He's got it in his hand. The car, you don't have to worry about jumping it off. The tires are aired up where it's sat. The car's, the title's right here in his hand. You come to buy a car, Well, it's a little rougher than what I was thinking. Would you take less? That's routine stuff. Then whatever you're happy with, whatever he's happy with, you work it out, shake hands, you pile in the car and take off. If you show up and you've got to wash it and air the tires up and clean stuff out of it for 30 minutes, and then you don't know that any dude's like, I don't know if I got a title or not, and you're 2-3 hours away from home. I was trying to cut all the runaround out, just trying to sell a car, Again, maybe that's the new norm. I don't know. I don't sell a lot of cars anymore. I used to finance a bunch. I have 10 a week finance, but like I said, I'm old school. Man said he's he's got the money in his pocket. That's a man's word, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't intentional. Maybe something fell through for the guy. Not heard anything today about, hey man, I'm sorry about that. No apology. Well, he did kind of apologize when I told him, I'm like, I live somewhere else and the car's a different place. He did apologize. Oh, I didn't know that. So, I mean, maybe he seemed sensible, but what would it have mattered if he was coming to get the car? It had never been in discussion. And he didn't even message me at 6 his time or 6 my time and be like, hey man, I'm struggling to find a ride. I don't know if I can get there. Can we do it a different day? You still want to buy the car? Yeah, it's fine. Well, man, I hate that. I don't know what to tell you, but versus me over here, he might have beat me to, where I wasn't washing the car, saved me some work, time over here or something. Just seems silly to me. I don't know. And I know there's a bunch of you guys that buy and sell and trade cars. I know you guys have experienced this and you're thinking, is this your first time ever selling a car? I get it, I do. But I ain't sold one in a while. And again, I'm old school, man. If you told a man you was coming, it's everything you could do to get there and at least look at the car. And if the man was lying about it, then, might be a fist fight in the parking lot out here if he, wasn't what he said. It's a lot different, I guess. I don't know. I'm just used to a man being like, hey, I'm on the way. That's the way I would do. I'm on the way. I got money in my pocket. I'm loading up in my car. And if I was going to tell the man I was going to be here at 7 and it's 2-hour drive, 5 o'clock, I've been telling the man, I'm in the truck right now. I'd have had him a time frame. But if I got an hour away, 45 minutes, hey man, I'm 45 minutes away. I'd have kept the man in the loop, I don't know. Kind of got under my skin. And I usually don't bother me that bad. It is what it is. And it really didn't bother me that bad. I can't, maybe it did. I don't, at what point did he not know he wasn't coming? You're 2 hours away, you know what I mean? At what point did you not know? You're supposed to be here, you're 2 hours away, and you still don't know. I don't know, but again, I ain't heard nothing else from him, so maybe he didn't have any intention of buying the car to start with, or changed his mind. Maybe found something else closer, I don't know, but he didn't, hey, tell me, hey man, I found something closer, or that's just not a good deal, or, whatever. I'm not feeling it. cool, whatever. Hell, I'm grown. Shit, tell me. That's just silly to me. Anyway, enough of that mess. All right, here we go.
I'm feeling high.